here's an update on how my raised planters are doing. I have some Zinnias mixed in here with the Dahlias. Some are a little crowded, so I'm gonna have to relocate them. Hopefully they don't have transplant shock. But everything is growing so well. I did lose a Dahlia plant here because it was crowding this one. So I tried moving it, but it didn't survive the move. So I plopped in a Cosmo. I've scattered some pots throughout. This is 2 tomatillos because you need 2. You can't just grow 1. More Dahlias. And the whole back is Zinnias. Little Cosmo in here. And then I started digging up the grass around the planters. And I had so many flowers that I had started from seed. And I started here, but I'm going to plant some in here, some in here, and along this little corner. So it'll be a line of planters, and then it'll sweep back towards the fence so that I don't want anything to interfere with the gate opening. But it looks really good. At some point, I think I'm going to have to put up a shade cloth, like this little cluster. Hi, baby. Of strawberries, rosemary, tomatoes. There's some thyme in there. Carrots. And here's the Figo garden. Raised, extra tall raised garden bed. Full of plants. Some people might think that this is too much, but I'm just going for it. I have some marigolds, carrots, soybeans, a piccolino cucumber plant that I just replaced a soybean plant with. I thought soybean plants vined, but apparently they don't. So I really didn't want this to be bare. So I planted an extra piccolino that I started from seed. And hopefully it does well here. I have jalapeños, bell peppers, tomato. That's one single plant. Giant. Cucumber. 3 cucumber plants, 2 tomato plants, a cucumber, and a soybean. So hopefully at some point this will catch up. I also scattered some chives back there to help with pests. Rosemary and basil. I love that every time I accidentally brush the basil, I can smell it. It makes me so happy. Just so happy. I do have a new companion in the garden. You see him? See this little guy? He's been chewing on my leaves. But yeah, I do have some fruit. You see back here. Oh, there it is. That's the first tomato I see on this giant plant. There are a ton of little cukes. Ton of little cucumber babies. What's next? There's my little peony plant tucked back there. It's already bloomed. And next to that, dug up some grass and decided to put a bunch of sunflowers here. And they're growing really fast. I'm very excited. So the idea is that this whole wall will just be flush with branching sunflowers. And then in the front, I planted some cosmos because I started so many seeds this year because it was my first year doing it and I really didn't know how they were going to do. And I have all these extras. I'm probably going to share some with friends or just scatter them throughout the garden. I just love this little corner. And then, I don't know if you saw one of my previous videos, but I started these cherry tomatoes. They were little starters that a friend gave me. They were pretty small. And I made a video on how I added the strings so that they could vine up. And that wasn't very long ago. And they are giant now. And they are flush with tomatoes. Look at this. Look at this. Just, I can't wait. This is so exciting for me. And I feel like every day I have to come wind this up because it's growing so fast. Okay. Here's the soybean plant that I relocated. It does have a lot of soybeans.
Oh, yeah?
And this is now our strawberry patch. I got a discount on one of the 6-packs because the strawberries didn't look great and they're kind of dying. So I don't love that. But the first ones I got look really good. And here's my beautiful nasturtium. Has a little flower hidden in there. Oh no, someone ate it last night. But yeah, more strawberries tucked in here. And yeah, that is all.
That's us.